It's a Saturday matinee in the Volunteer State starring Chattanooga Red Wolves SC and South Georgia Tormenta FC as the Red Wolves look to defend the den against the Tormenta side hungry for a bounce-back performance, presented to you by Transcard. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN Plus from CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's the second time these teams meet this season, the first a thrilling 2-2 draw back on July 25th that contributed 1 point each to the 5 they currently possess as we take a look at the standings. 4 teams bunched up with 5 points. Again, these 2 teams included a win for either side today, vaults them into a tie for third as we are past the quarter mark in this USL League One season. Races tightening up all over the place. And for Chattanooga, they are going to rely on Greg Hurst and his new best friend back today, Stephen Beatty. Beatty led the team with 9 goals last season. He's been injured this year. First time he's available for selection off the bench. Hurst has been doing his own goal scoring this season, second in the league with 4. Will we finally get a look at this dynamic duo in action today? We'll find out. On the flip side for Tormenta, they've been really good offensively on their own. The record right now doesn't show for it. They've had a tough go of it in that department, but they're leading the league in shots. They're tied for 6th in the league with goals, and they have Marco Micheletto leading the way alongside Neil Vignals, but Micheletto has a league-high 15 chances created this season. The Italian has been a spark plug up top for this Tormenta side, and they are looking to get back into form today after a 4-0 defeat in their last time out. It's rematch weekend here in USL League One, with this matchup being the first of 3. Fireworks last time as they drew 2-2 and Tormenta equalized in the 91st. What do they have in store for an encore? Find out next. Red Wolves, Tormenta, right here, ESPN Plus.
Sunny 92.3, music that makes you feel good.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
James and Kim in the morning.
I don't wanna know who's taking you
And the best variety of your
on the radio.
today's Sunny 92.3.
Even in a pandemic, ankles get sprained, ears get infected, falls happen. But in times like these, the thought of going to an urgent care can seem scarier than the injury itself. So we want you to know that we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe. This pandemic can stop a lot of things, but it can't stop us from being here for you. CHI Memorial Convenient Care.
Back here at CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Just about set for kickoff between Chattanooga Red Wolves SC and South Georgia Tormenta FC. But first, a look at the lineups. We start with Chattanooga's 11 today. As always, Greg Hurst up top, the main threat in this lineup. Look over, though, at the bench, as we touched on right at the open. Beatty available, last year's leading goal scorer, to come in as a spark off the bench. And this team is beginning to feel confident in that left side with Ricky Ruiz coming forward and getting involved in the attack as well. But they have a tough test today against a potent South Georgia attack. Again, the results not there for them so far, but always a threat offensively. Marco Micheletto, very dangerous. Neil Vignals, Luca Meyer as well up top with them. And Pablo Jara has always been one of the best goalkeepers in League One. Had a rough go of it, as did the whole team last week in their 4-0 defeat against Madison. So he, as well as his teammates, looking to clear those cobwebs and get out of here with a good result. Sean Clark set to blow the whistle. The action begins at the Den. Immediately, Chattanooga tries to go forward. Expect a very open game between these two teams. Love to get after it offensively. And that matchup right there, Micheletto-Ruiz, something to watch for all day. Ruiz is going to have his hands full, but Micheletto as well, tracking back as Ruiz likes to get forward. The South Georgia side, very unhappy after that 4-0 drubbing against Madison. Speaking with their coach this week, John Miller-Racy, they felt like they couldn't even recognize themselves. And something on early for Chattanooga. The slide tackle, top of the box. Vignel's got it clear. Soto gets it back into the attack. Zacharias, give and go on the wing, sent in, deflected towards goal. And across the face of goal, Hurst was sitting there back post waiting for it. And he keeps the pressure on. Micheletto can't clear. Ruiz. "80 seconds into this one, and already end-to-end action. Hernandez. Now Chattanooga will try again. Swing it around the back. A team that is comfortable building up play, going direct. They felt they should have come away with 3 points potentially against Greenville in their last time out. Shot deflected. Fielded easily by Hara before it goes out for a corner. They lost 1-0 their last time out, Chattanooga did, against Greenville. Jimmy Obleda, head coach, felt like they should have been the victors. Had most of the opportunities, just failed to convert. And our call this week is just harped on finishing. Have to be clinical in that final third. Back line under pressure. Hara just boots it. Said the team was frustrated after the loss to Greenville, but it gave them a fresh breath of confidence knowing they went toe-to-toe with the unbeaten first-place team in the league, and again, should have possibly come away with 3 points. After the first 24 hours where it was disappointing, the dust settled, and they were eager to get back out here against Tormenta and prove that they are one of the teams to beat in USL League One. These teams met July 25th. 2 goals from Greg Hurst, who just sprayed it out wide for Jonathan Ricketts. Jason Ramos. And Hernandez pressure nearly earns the corner. Tight play down in the corner. Tormenta got on the board first in that one, back on July 25th. And 2 from Hurst before South Georgia equalized in the 91st on a crazy play in front of the goal. Danny Jackson scored. Marco Micheletto had the opener in that one. He scored it in the 7th minute, as we are now into the 4th here at CHI Memorial. Micheletto tracks that one. First touch too heavy. Chattanooga had their spell of attack, keeping up the pressure. Tormenta thought of its own here, but Ramos able to clear. In that first matchup, possession just about even, 52-48 in favor of Chattanooga. On the attack, 12 shots for Tormenta, 9 for Chattanooga, 5 shots on target each. Even all around, the scoreline dictated that with a 2-2 draw. Now a big boost for Tormenta this week is actually having their coaching staff back. In that matchup against Madison last week, it was player Lars Eckenrode and Neil Vignoles. Eckenrode was the head coach, Vignoles the assistant, because the entire coaching staff, because of contact tracing and one positive test, had to refrain from making the trip up to Madison. They were in quarantine for a couple of weeks. Finally, this week on Tuesday, an assistant was able to break quarantine and come coach the team, lead them in training. But a very unusual week 2 weeks ago. No normal practices, no coaching staff as Hurst presses towards the box. Fronted by Williams. John Milleracey felt that this week could be a turning point for Tormenta. They've had 6 games in the early going. More so than any other team, the schedule has been compact and tough for them. And while they've dealt with that compact, tough early schedule, they've had a slew of injuries. They had some team quarantines because of positive COVID tests, and they had the entire coaching staff gone for one of the games. So it's been one blow after another. But he felt this was the first real week of training and good competition with everybody around that they've had this season, and he wants to turn it into 3 points, again, to bounce back from that loss last week against Madison. Milleracey and this Tormenta side know, as is Jimmy Obleda and the Chattanooga side, that with 5 points right now, they're only a win away from tying for third. And Obleda wants a card there from Rashawn Clark, as does Zacharias. It's a hard foul, no card for now. Goals on the season for this Chattanooga side. 4 for Greg Hurst, 1 for Mark Hernandez. And again, something to watch for as we get towards the second half. Will Stephen Beattie make his 2020 debut? Last year's team high 9 goals for the Irishman. It'll be the first time that he gets to link up with Greg Hurst. Again, Hurst not with the squad last year, but joined this year. Pairing that Obleda and the Red Wolves organization has been very eager to see. This was the stage of the game that Micheleno got the goal the first time these teams met to give Tormenta the early lead. Two other key injuries Chattanooga dealing with while they do get Beattie back. They're still missing Eamon Zayed. Ami Pineda out for now with a couple of knocks. So they've had to reshuffle the deck a bit in the attack with Pineda down. His cousin Ronaldo Pineda has slid into one of the roles up top. May see him later as well. No problem for Hara as Zacharias gave chase. Beautiful day in Chattanooga today. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that in our call this week, Jimmy Obleda said this might be my last Chattanooga game if there's another rain out, after I was supposed to be on the call for their postponed game against Omaha. Didn't want me to be their bad luck charm, but coach, if you get a chance to see this, weather's good right now, so it's not me. Beautiful day here in Chattanooga. Teams' home matches on Saturdays all moved up from 5 p.m. starts to 1 p.m. starts. Part of that is avoiding some of the late afternoon weather that sometimes rolls through here. The other part of that is not running into darkness, as the field is in the process of installing the lights, this beautiful brand new CHI Memorial Stadium. But they're hoping that it also ends up fostering a great sense of community in this time of COVID-19, with an area in Chattanooga that has so much football in the fall. Without that right now, 1 p.m. on Saturday, wide open to be the main show in town and start fostering that sense of community here as the soccer club of Chattanooga. And today, officially a sellout. Again, you look at the crowd, you say, is that a sellout really? Of course, open seats because of local COVID-19 protocols and limitations on how many fans can be in attendance, but all available tickets were sold and checked at the door. It is officially a socially distanced sellout here at the Den for Chattanooga. Wolves hoping to give the crowd something to cheer about as Micheletto looks to give them something to remain silent about as they have this free kick. Tried to play quickly and short, but another ball was on the field down near the end line. They do play quick and short anyway. Leto backs into the fence and keeps that one in. Tormenta the side that likes to build out of the back. Similar to Chattanooga, they will play direct if need be, and they have target players up top if they want to play direct. But as we saw again with both teams having just about 50% of the possession back on July 25th in the first matchup, expect both teams to have their bouts of possession, look to play direct, all around even game then. Expect much of the same again today. Rematch weekend here in USL League One. For the first time this season, we are seeing repeat matchups, 3 of them to be exact this weekend. Later tonight, Greenville and Fort Lauderdale square off for the second time. Tomorrow, North Texas and Omaha for the second time this season. Pablo Jara, level-headed goalkeeper of Tormenta, was unusually animated in the loss against Madison. Very unhappy with his back line, and as I mentioned earlier, John Milleracey said he felt the team was unrecognizable, totally got away from their identity. Of course, he didn't want to make any excuses, but he said it's so much this team has had to deal with, one thing after the other. No coaching staff last week, no normal week, but looking to make up for it here. Sent into the box towards goal, and just wide. Mikey Rowe getting on the end of that ball. Alex Mangle set to get it back into play. Very good, dangerous ball in from Luca Meyer. We've seen one opportunity like that for each side. A dangerous cross is whipped in, just couldn't finish at the top of the 6-yard box. Phelps goes back to Jara. Looking again for Micheletto. Ruiz wins the jump ball, but flicks it out for a throw. And just to follow up with some good news on the Tormenta coaching staff quarantine. Everybody is here today. No one had any symptoms. The one positive test was asymptomatic. And everybody else abided by their quarantines, all good to go, and they are fully back to normal. John Milleracey was very happy to say that no one was adversely affected by the virus. He did remark that it was weird to be coaching via Zoom once again. He thought they left that in the past from March to June. Had to run sessions through Zoom and phone calls last week. Hernandez with Ruiz. Cutting back to his preferred left foot, thought about a shot, back to Walefi, and sends that one over the berm, back behind the goal. Walefi, the 26-year-old Brazilian. League One All-League second team in 2019. Chattanooga applying some very good pressure in the attacking half. For that matter, both teams have not made it easy for the either to build up out of the back. Again here, Hernandez forces it back to Jara. And again, after trying to build from the back, he's forced to go long. This time, Micheletto keeps it in. Williams tries to spring something. Player down is Rowe. No call from Rashawn Clark. Whistle swallowed there as well. Up towards Rowe, in space in the box, flag stays down, he goes down. Blast off his head out for a goal kick. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. First meaningful touches in the attacking third. Whistle blows. I believe it might have been a handball as he looked to bring that down with the chest. Might have just glanced off the arm. 23-year-old Scotsman. 9 games played. 2 goals to assists last year. Big shoulder check in there from Williams. Rashawn Clark is going to call him back over for a chat, perhaps a booking. Looks like he pulled out the pen, the book, and the card. Like the yellow card might have been brandished to Neil Vinyals as well. Awaiting official word if it's officially 1 or 2 yellows. It was Williams with the foul. And then again, it looked like as Vinyals went over, he was shown 1 as well. So Vinyals did officially get a yellow. Again, awaiting the official word if Williams did receive 1 as well. It was after that Williams foul that Rashawn Clark reached for the pocket. Only saw it brandished, though, to Vinyals. Forced to play back. Ramos looking to spring something. Had his eyes up the field. Has to play short and back. The Brazilian Walefi turns. Through ball looking for Hurst. Couldn't get it to him. Pressure here. Fernandez and Zacharias were looking to burst through that back line, and Hara just says forget it. Don't want to worry about this at the back anymore. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper they go. One common theme from both coaches this week, and speaking to them, Jimmy Obleda for Chattanooga, John Miller-Racy for Tormenta, as Mangles had to get rid of that one under some pressure. Bad back pass, Micheletto looking to latch onto it. Fala clears. The one theme from both of those calls was that they both felt last week was a wake-up call for each of their sides. And they'd come out here with a big showing. Again, a different mood around the wake-up call for Chattanooga. They felt they should have beaten Greenville, and it was a chance to look around the room and say, yeah, we got this, and we've got a shot to make some noise here at the top of the table. Looking to play with that confidence today and keep it up. But Tormenta, John Miller-Racy said they had a lot of honest conversations after that 4-0 drubbing at the hands of Madison once again, and he felt that it was a very productive week in terms of the mentality of his side, John Miller-Racy, that they had a bad taste in their mouth after Madison. They finally again had this full week of practice, no midweek game, no injuries, no disruptions. And on Tuesday, an assistant coach was there to lead training. They want to turn it into 3 points today. Micheletto in front, shot wide. Meyer, wide open penalty spot, couldn't get a good foot to it. This team that led the league in shots with 76 coming in, has been in and around goal through the first 20 minutes. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. A look at the replay here. Micheletto did well to bring it down. Lost his balance briefly, but had a chance here. Meyer just couldn't bring the foot around. See the flags whipping around CHI Memorial Stadium. One flag for each of the nations represented by the players on this Chattanooga side. As the clouds have rolled in and the wind has picked up in Chattanooga. Ricky Ruiz, one of the bright spots for this team through the first quarter of the season, was a midfielder slash forward in his college days, converted to left back once Obleda brought him in. And Obleda has a lot of connections to a lot of these players on this Chattanooga side. Again, Ruiz being one of them. If you look down the roster, there are many, many California players, and that goes back to Obleda's roots in California when he came in and helmed this team in this past offseason. He wanted to put his fingerprints over the makeup of the roster, and he went with what he knew. Went with a lot of those California guys, and obviously he said that could change going forward as he gets more comfortable with the Chattanooga area. Plenty of talent in this area and through the Chattanooga Red Wolves system. But likes that he's been able to reach out and find players from across the U.S. internationally, as Walefi goes back, the Brazilian. Scottish Hurst up top, the Irish Beatty. Many nations represented. California on there the most. And Obleda thinks he has the right mix of guys, as the top two teams will make the championship game on Halloween here in this truncated USL League One season. Walefi again looks for a goal. Passes inside Hurst, open in the box, left-footed shot, saved by Hara. Most dangerous chance of the day, something still alive. Hernandez, a few step overs, and he earns the corner kick. Greg Hurst, eyes wide open, top of the box, 4 goals already. Thought he might have had his 5th. But Pablo Hara, no stranger to USL League One save of the week, has a bid for another. Stones Hurst from about 4 yards, 5 yards out. Hurst bounced between the first, second, and third divisions in Scotland. Bulk of his appearances coming in the second tier. Has now found a home in southeastern Tennessee. He delivers the cross on the ground. Zacharias looking to get it back on frame. Hurst sends it in, back post over everybody. Crisis averted for Tormenta. Currently 83 degrees. Very bearable, mild conditions here in Chattanooga. They've had a couple of kickoffs this year, whether at home or on the road. One at home where it was near triple digits. One on the road at North Texas where it was 102 with the heat index, but no issues with the heat, humidity today. Still 5 minutes away from that mandatory hydration break though here in USL League One this season. And again, keep in the back of your mind, both teams have 5 substitutions they can make as well. Hara thought to go short. Red Wolves pushed high up the pitch. He waves everybody along and gets us back into play. battle again between Micheletto and Ruiz. At the Red Wolf, Ruiz wins. Hernandez again in space. Working down that left flank as they have a couple of times now. End line, front of the goal. Hurst finds the goal. Just missed it a moment ago. Made no mistake this time, and Chattanooga is on top. Goal-scoring machine right now for this Red Wolves side. 5th of the season. Beautiful build-up. They've been attacking that left flank. Hernandez again with the step-overs. Sends it in. Beautiful right-footed volley from Hurst. Didn't need the power on it. Needed the placement, and he placed it perfectly. Goal number 5 again on the season for Greg Hurst. That puts him in a tie in the Golden Boot race with Ricky Lopez Espin of Fort Lauderdale CF. And he's still got 65 minutes to break that deadlock, Greg Hurst. Tormenta looking to respond quickly. Nice defensive play, Leo Fala. The socially distanced sellout crowd at CHI Memorial. Into it now. And again, Pablo Jara animated after that goal. And will that back line on. 4 goals allowed against Madison. Already 1 here today. It's a team that hasn't tasted victory since August 1st, a 2-0 win over OCB. Since then, 1-0 loss to Greenville, 2-1 to Fort Lauderdale, 4-0 to Madison, and now down in the first half hour here against Chattanooga. As the wind has picked up here at CHI Memorial, all of that wind has been blowing into the sails of Chattanooga. Momentum has totally shifted in this one ever since roughly the 20-minute mark. They found their goal, and it seems like they sense maybe a second one, keeping the high pressure on. Have to be careful at the back. Micheletto dangerous as always. Front of the goal, shot, saved off the line. Big pump of the fist from Ramos. Gets the crowd going even more. Can a defender have USL League One save of the week? Crowd sings Ramos' praises. That sequence, though, shows how dangerous this Tormenta team could be. Again, leading the league in shots. Micheletto leading in chances created, came in with 15, already 2 more added to that so far in the first half hour. Don't expect this team to go quietly. Viñals looking for Williams, and a foul on Williams. Have to take a second look now. Micheletto did well, end line pass Ruiz. Jason Ramos, the right center back today, doubling as a second goalkeeper right on the line. Quick feet. You saw at the tail end that big pump of the fist as he launches long now. Zacharias couldn't keep it in, runs into that Tormenta bench. Hydration break coming, next stoppage. Turnover. Defensive third. Hurst goes to goal. Has a go. Looked more like a cross in the end. Maybe that was his intention the whole time. Sent across now, still alive. Hernandez. Created the goal last time. Down the same flank. This time, Williams cuts it out. But it's out for a corner kick. We'll see if Rashawn Clark gives the hydration break now or allows the corner to happen. Looks intent to let the corner go. But a lazy, dangerous turnover in the defensive third from Tormenta leads to this attack for Chattanooga. While Leffy stands over it, Hurst delivered the last corner. He's at the front post now. Sent in, dangerous area, flicked on by Hurst. That one looked to be off the training ground with Hurst cutting to the near post and flicking it on, but no second goal in the cards, at least yet for Hurst, as we head to the first hydration break, and it gives us a chance to take a look then back at that first goal he scored. The difference right now in this first half hour.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Greg Hurst, goal number 5 on the season.
The official has indicated a safety and hydration break for the player. Break the last
And he continues his scorching hot start to the season. Chattanooga side that has 5 points, a 1-1-2 record. And Hurst continues his 1 goal per game pace. Was held off the score sheet against Greenville last time out. Didn't even need a half hour to get back on the score sheet this time. Beautiful delivery in after a couple of tricky step overs by Hernandez, and boop, right there, back of the net from Hurst. Sometimes you don't need to crush it or do anything special. Just opened up the foot, directed it to the back corner. And it's a 1-0 lead right now for a very happy Red Wolves side. Smiles all around. Again, 3 points would vault them into a tie for third. Omaha would have a game in hand, and they would play that game in hand tomorrow on the road against North Texas. Jimmy Obleda said that Greg Hurst being held off the score sheet against Greenville last time out wasn't really a product of Hurst just having an off night or Greenville doing anything specific to defend him as one of the best defensive teams in the league. It was just the shots weren't falling. The whole night, the opportunities were there for Hurst. It was one of those days, though, as Obleda put it, he said that game could have played 90 more minutes and we wouldn't have scored. That was just the way it went. They had opportunities, shots just weren't falling, including Hurst, who had a few opportunities. Obleda said they had about 25 really good shot opportunities and chances that were either wide, blocked, or on target. But 25 opportunities he counted in film study of them going forward, but they could not crack the tough nut that is the Greenville defense. A bit more of a dejected looking Tormenta side that now has to figure out how to get back into this one and prevent this losing skid from elongating. They started off very well. 2 draws and a win, near the top of the table, flying high. 3 straight losses since. And Obleda and company intent to extending that. If you're just joining us as we come out of this hydration break, Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. While Leffy, Obleda have a discussion. While Leffy playing more centrally today. He's been predominantly on the wing, but tucks in a bit more today, as we've seen in the first half hour. Action picks up again here at CHI Memorial. Greg Hurst in the 26th, the difference right now. Joshua Belk, assistant referee on this side. Giving the hand gesture for Chattanooga to hurry it up a little bit here. Three white jerseys converge on Zacharias, and it's Micheletto who comes away with it, gives it right back. And a heavy challenge put in. That looked dangerous. Micheletto the guilty party. Soto on the receiving end of that one. And Micheletto is shown a yellow card. So officially right now, Viñals, Micheletto, the only two in the book. That earlier sequence that saw Viñals get the yellow, Williams was not shown a yellow in that span. So again, Micheletto, Viñals, the only two names in the book of Rashawn Clark so far this afternoon. Ramos has a save to his name off the line. On it now. Keeps the 1-0 lead for Chattanooga. Hydration break has been very interesting to say the least so far this year. Coaches have described it as almost breaking the game down into quarters. Gives them a chance to adjust some tactics, as you saw shots before on the bench of Obleda giving some instructions to his team, and then some further instructions specifically to Walefi. Four shots to 3 for Chattanooga in the early stages. Again, a Tormenta team that came in leading the league in shots with 76, now up to 79. The Chilean Pablo Jara gets it back into play. Started all 28 matches for them last year. Tied for second in the league with 9 clean sheets. But a back line that has struggled recently. Under duress again. Switch of the play to Micheletto in space on the right side. Finally, Tormenta gets it across the midway point, but sent right back again by Walefi. The Chattanooga team presses and moves forward well as a unit. Obleda believes that first line of defense is your forwards up there, and they haven't made it easy for Tormenta to even get across midfield, though they are now. Micheletto end line, taken down by Fala. This time, a foul is called. It's been a physical game early on. Rashawn Clark has let things play out, but had none of it this time. Looked like he was reaching for the pocket once again. Take another look. Fala comes in hard on Micheletto. And Fala goes into the book. You notice some droplets on the camera there on our replay shot. Getting a little bit of rain here in Chattanooga. As per what I mentioned earlier then with Obleda, I hope he doesn't think that any rain at all makes me a bad luck charm after the last game was canceled against Omaha. Little rain never hurt anybody as long as the game gets all the way through. Micheletto lining this one up with his left foot. Essentially just a very short corner. Whips it towards goal, dangerous in front. Did it cross the line? No official word. Tormenta shouting for it. Rashawn Clark looks over as assistant referee. And no goal. A corner kick coming up for Tormenta. And Rashawn Clark getting an earful. Micheletto looked like he couldn't believe that. Pinball at the goal line. And according to the officials, stays out. Corner sent in, back post headed away. And Skelton commits a foul on Ramos. That one needs a second look. It looked like Mangles got a hand to it a couple of times and somehow kept it out. Closer look here, Micheletto headed down, pawed away by Mangles. Bounces near the goal line and forward, but Again, can't really tell if it was past the goal line or not. All that matters is the officials said it wasn't. Blatant handball here on Phelps. And Clark calls it intentional. Goes over and shows him the yellow. So the yellows come out of the pocket pretty frequently now as we are 5 minutes away from the halftime interval. Micheletto, Vinyals, Phelps for Tormenta, and then Fala for Chattanooga.
Official yellow card presented by Temperman. Red and McGarvey ice care. We think television.
That flurry in front of goal, though, shows how dangerous Tormenta can be. Yet another chance created by Marco Micheletto. Drew the foul, whipped in the dangerous free kick, and whether it was officially across the line or not, we won't know, but still a goose egg on the score sheet right now for Tormenta as they look to get their way back level here at CHI Memorial Stadium. Ruiz loses possession. Meyer tucked in more centrally, looks for Micheletto. Ricochets off Ruiz and finds its way back to the left back. All the way back now to Hara. Hernandez's pressure up that wing forces Hara to go the other way and long. Good ball sent in, Rowe, and Mangles very confidently, instinctually off of his line all the way out of the box to get rid of that one. Read that one like a book. Saw that pass coming. Dealt with it well as Micheletto looks to deal with this up the right wing. Chattanooga resets at the back. Under pressure, Fala, Boots. Hold up play between Zacharias and Skelton. The Tormenta defender wins it. Four shots apiece, 2 on target for Chattanooga, 1 found the back of the net. 1 on target for Tormenta. Still searching for that first goal in a while. Again, shut out last week against Madison. Through ball, flag pops up immediately, and Hernandez lets it go. In the early going, it was even on possession. First matchup between these two teams, it was just about 50-50, but as this half has gone on, Chattanooga has really settled in here as Milleracey looks on. His Tormenta squad trailing in the possession category, 58-42. So Chattanooga in control. But again, just very good to see that coaching staff there for Tormenta after 2 weeks of quarantine. Zacharias into the box by himself in the front. Hurst misses it the first time. The second time it's blocked by Skelton. Opportunities there for Hurst. He'll want that first one back. Scuffed it. And Ramos does well there to prevent something dangerous at the back as he slips. Tremendous job by Skelton scrambling at the back end to block that Hurst chance. Another look at that in a moment. As Walefi springs Ruiz in space on the left side. Hernandez wanted it towards the corner. Ruiz goes back inside. Perfect switch of the field. Ricketts, haven't called his name a ton, look to come up the right wing. Doyle with it now, inside to Hurst again. Right foot shot, save, rebound, saved by Hara again. He did it twice. Denies Hurst once, Zacharias the second time. And Tormenta just hoping to get to the half now at 1-0 after the last few scrambles. Take a look back at the first one. Zacharias got it in front to Hurst and just missed it. Second time blocked. It was a brief shout of handball from Chattanooga, but that clearly hit in the knee. Now look at the double save from Hara, keeping his team alive and in this one. Chattanooga, though, maybe smells blood in the water. Pressing here again before the half. Clark plays advantage. Hernandez wanted the free kick, but he'll continue on anyway. Sent in, center of the box, it's loose, and cleared again. Doyle. Hernandez. Cuts back beautifully. Again, tricky in the box, but couldn't find an alleyway to send in a pass. Ruiz will try now. He's taken down, and this time the whistle does blow for a free kick. 2 minutes away from the halftime whistle. That can't come soon enough right now for Tormenta. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Chattanooga Red Wolves SC and click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on their next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Right-footed Hurst, left-footed Ruiz. A cluster of red jerseys towards the backside of the box. Hara has his wall in place. It's going to be Hurst. Dangerous. Headed away. Jamga, it looked like, getting in there. Chattanooga thought they were going to get a corner, but it's a goal kick. Second ball in the field, but Hara got it back into play. Just a few seconds remaining here in the first half. Started off even. It's been all Chattanooga for the latter stages of this first half, and they have the lead to show for it. Tormenta may be lucky that that lead wasn't doubled as we got into stoppage time. Clark had whistle in hand. Might he let this one last opportunity pan out for Tormenta as Williams throws back? Clark gave one more glance at the watch. We're past the 3 given. One last long ball forward. In the corner, Jamga pressing. Cross sent in, and Mangle's there. Four minutes into stoppage time now. Mangle's pressing everybody up the field. And that will do it for the first half. Chattanooga has to be happy with the way they played. Tormenta, some things to figure out at the halftime break. Greg Hurst, the difference right now, his 26th-minute goal, 5th of the season, puts him in a tie for the Golden Boot race right now with Fort Lauderdale's Ricky Lopez-Espin. And he's got 45 more minutes to add to it. He looked dangerous in the last few minutes of the first half with 2 chances as he tried to add to it. But at the halftime break here, Jimmy Obleda's Chattanooga side has a 1-0 lead over South Georgia Tormenta FC. Hernandez and Hurst linked up for it. And as we head to the break, Chattanooga on top, Halftime show coming up in a moment right here on ESPN+.
Even in a pandemic, ankles get sprained, ears get infected, falls happen. But in times like these, the thought of going to an urgent care can seem scarier than the injury itself. So we want you to know that we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe. This pandemic can stop a lot of things, but it can't stop us from being here for you. CHI Memorial Convenient Care.
Sunny 92.3, music that makes you feel good.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
James and Kim in the morning.
I don't wanna know who's taking you.
And the best variety of your
Turn the radio on.
today's Sunny 92.3.
Joe Malfa back here with you on the halftime show. And we take a look now around the league so far in USL League One. A jam-packed week that started all the way back on Tuesday. Orlando City B taking on FC Tucson. And this is a Tucson side that has struggled to find the back of the net all year. Coming into this one, they had scored 4 goals so far. All of them came after the 80th minute. But as you see here, these aren't replays. These are 4 goals that all came in the first half for this Tucson team. That's right, they equaled their season total that all came after the 80th minute in the first half in this one. Gave them their first victory of the season. They have some life out there in the desert, and it's something to watch as this season goes on. A big win for FC Tucson against OCB. Now, following night, Fort Lauderdale CF, one of the surprises of the week. A North Texas side that continues to display its youth at the back, giving away goals, something that head coach Eric Quill has been very disappointed in. But you know what? Fort Lauderdale CF says thank you very much. Ricky Lopez Espin got the first, gets the second here, and the youth on the side of Fort Lauderdale CF, as you'll see here, because they had a youngster, Felipe Valencia, 15 years old, 5 months, 18 days, get his first goal right here. That beats the mark of Alphonso Davies, now star for Bayern Munich, who was the previous youngest goal scorer in USL. North Texas didn't go quietly. They stuck in this one, but they did fall in the end, with Valencia coming out with the winning goal. Now, also on Wednesday, Omaha-Madison. First battle of the birds here between these two sides. Madison coming off a 4-0 rout of Tormenta, and shades of that, they score in the 8th minute again, just like they did in that Tormenta matchup, but it wasn't the same result. 28th minute, penalty conceded, Omaha ties it up, and it was just an even bout from there. It would go on to finish 1-1. Very cheeky finish on the penalty kick here from Contreras. Full confidence, just shipped that one into the top corner. But it finishes 1-1. Omaha remains one of 2 unbeaten teams in USL League One right now in 3rd place. And now on Friday to kick off the weekend, New England got late news Thursday that head coach Clint P.A. was held out of the game out of an abundance of caution due to inconsistent test results following routine weekly testing. Now in the first half, not much action. Picked up, opened up in the second half though. Emiliano Terzaghi, the Argentinian, gets his 4th goal of the season up there near the top. Mael Malango gets his first. It was 1-1 late, but New England's trend of conceding late, unfortunately for them, continued because in the 82nd minute, a Richmond team that has been on the prowl this season, near the top of the standings now in second place, gets another 3 points on the goal from Riley Kraft. We'll be back here in a few minutes on the halftime show with another look around the league.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. Champus, the U.S. Soccer has recently instituted the Play On campaign. Try and explain what this looks like in the grassroots communities around the country all the way to the professional level.
Yeah, Mike, I think it starts first and foremost with each of our stakeholders, whether you're a club, a coach, a parent, a player. It starts with setting a tone. It starts with setting a culture and really setting realistic expectations, understanding that COVID is a virus is going to be with us for an unknown amount of time. The guidelines are very basic and fundamental. What Play On has really created is a single voice and something that all of us can point to as a safe and responsible way that our kids can develop, continue to play the sport, can come together in a very responsible way under the guidance of local, state, and national guidelines that really can be one that highlights our sport across the country and in the world. And Play On has demonstrated, I think, over the last 2 months, a very consistent message, and that hasn't changed.
Dr. George Champus, Chief Medical Officer for U.S. Soccer, thank you for not only your time now, but also the work you and healthcare heroes around the country have done over the past months.
The halftime show rolls on here between Chattanooga and South Georgia Tormenta. Joe Malfa still here with you on ESPN Plus, and we take a look now at some news and notes from around USL League One. Some familiarity this week. 3 rematches, the first 3 rematches of 2020, all this weekend. You're watching one right now. You got Greenville and Fort Lauderdale tonight. It just continues as now we get deeper into the heart of the USL League One schedule. Finally, some repeat opponents. You can look back on some of the earlier matchups. These 2 teams tied 2-2 earlier on. We see where this one finishes out. USL on Sirius XM Radio. New deal struck this week. More ways to take in the action from this league this season. And your player of the week, Don Smart, added a goal and 2 assists as Madison set a club record 4-goal victory last Friday. Madison team that started off slow, waking up a little bit, that big win, then a tie on the road against Omaha. Now we take a look at the upcoming schedule in USL League One. Another full week of action. One more game tonight. Another game on 2 more games on Sunday, and then a couple more midweeks this week. Want to really highlight that North Texas Omaha game tomorrow. An Omaha team that is still unbeaten in USL League One in their inaugural season. North Texas, reigning champs, sputtering a little bit. Huge game for them. The first time they met a couple weeks ago. This again, one of those rematches. It was a 1-0 win for Omaha in Omaha. So that is a huge matchup in USL League One this week that will go a long way to changing things potentially in the standings. After Richmond's 2-1 victory over New England, they are now in second place, sole possession. Omaha can take that back with 3 points in that North Texas matchup. And you look here at the bunch from 6 to 9, 4 teams tied with 5 points. 2 of the ones you're watching right now in Chattanooga and South Georgia. A lot of things to still be decided here. A win for either of these teams as this match continues into the second half, vaults them all the way up to a tie for third. Still plenty of soccer left to be played here in USL League One this season, and more to come still here highlights, stats, and the second half kick when we come back right here on ESPN+.
Sunny 92.3, music that makes you feel good.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
James and Kim in the
I don't
morning.
wanna know who's taking you
And the best variety. Today's Sunny 92.3.
Even in a pandemic, ankles get sprained, ears get infected, falls happen. But in times like these, the thought of going to an urgent care can seem scarier than the injury itself. So we want you to know that we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe. This pandemic can stop a lot of things, but it can't stop us from being here for you. CHI Memorial Convenient Care.
Second half just about set to begin here at CHI Memorial Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. We take a look now at the highlights in the first half that show us why we have this 1-0 Chattanooga scoreline. The goal came from the left side. Marky Hernandez, a couple of nice step overs in the box, beat his man. Perfect cross in. Hurst makes no mistake. 1-0 lead. The Scotsman right now, 5 goals on the season, tied for the league lead. And he has been exactly what this Chattanooga Red Wolves team needed in the absence right now, especially of Stephen Beatty, who could come back here in this second half, making his first appearance of the 2020 season. Now, that lead was almost short-lived. Marco Micheletto, ever dangerous down the right flank, beats Ruiz, and check this here. Mangles, the goalie, doesn't make the save. Ramos, off the line, makes the save. Again, beats his man. Ramos, at the end of this, you see a big pump of the fist. He was fired up, got the crowd fired up, kept it at 1-0 for Chattanooga, and near the end of the half, they almost added to it. Again, down that left wing, again Hurst, this time misses the first shot, second one is blocked. And Zacharias this time, instead of Hernandez, burned by Williams down that flank. Skelton did well for the block, and again, one more chance in this half for Chattanooga. Hurst, save. And then again on Zacharias, save. Hara, a double save to end the half and keep Tormenta in it at 1-0. The landkeeper doing all he can right now to help his team. Just needs those in front of him to pick up the slack as well. A 1-0 lead for Chattanooga. 8 shots to 4. 4 of those on target. Again, mostly coming in that late flurry in the half from Chattanooga. And really just outclassing Tormenta right now in terms of possession. They're controlling the game. They're getting their opportunities. And they are in total control as the second half is set to begin. As you saw there on the board, it looks like we're going to have at least one substitution here to begin this half. As Ricardo Gomez over there on the end line. Excuse me, on the sideline instead of check in. And Neil Vignals comes out. Gomez more of a defensive presence, holding in that midfield. Vignals more attacking minded. Second half underway. Gomez, the sub, gets the first touch, first crack at it, sends it down the wing. And immediately, it's Chattanooga on the prowl. Hernandez was taken down. Tried to play quickly, but Zacharias wasn't ready. And Abuchi Benoit stood over the free kick. Ball sent in, back post, down, Fala. Couldn't fire a clean shot on net as Walefi sends this one out of CHI Memorial. One more sub to get to you. Daniel Jackson also checked in for Reese Williams. Jackson, a forward by trade, has been playing right back for this Tormenta side. It's something they discovered in the first couple of games by necessity with players injured. They slid the veteran Jackson back there. He shined, and it's become another option for Milleracey. Does well to attack from that right wing, and in that first game against Chattanooga, it was his goal in the 91st minute. That tied it at 2. So he joins Micheletto now on that right flank. Micheletto drew that foul. 24-year-old from Rome, Italy. Akron product, then through the Tormenta 2 system. And now the league leader in chances created. Are we looking to create a couple more here in the second half to help Tormenta get back into it? Jackson's first meaningful run down the wing for the substitute. Forward now to Micheletto. Something on down the right flank. Into the box. Sends it front. Jackson! Blocked. Immediately those two making an impact. Down the right flank. Jackson started it. Micheletto the service. Jackson, though, couldn't finish it. And the tally for chances created for Micheletto just continues to rise. Up to 19 now. Already came in again as the league leader with 15. They'll try again through Micheletto. Why not? It's working. He's gotten the better of Ruiz the last few times down that wing. Gomez and Jackson, the two subs, connect. And a clip of the heels here by Hurst on Jackson. Earns Tormenta a free kick. The skipper, John Milleracey. I wonder what he might have said to his team at the half. Coming off a 4-0 loss. Felt they had a great week of practice, and that game was a wake-up call they needed. But trailing here. Nice move by Rowe. Picks up his head. Has a go for goal. Mangles, no trouble. Mikey Rowe has the ball in space like that. Always the threat to pick up the head and take a shot. Had the 2019 USL League One goal of the year on a free kick he scored against the Richmond Kickers. And Hernandez continues to just be tricky with his feet. He has had Tormenta players going every which way as he goes around them. Hernandez does have a goal on the season. More of a creator, though, for Hurst, as he does have the assist today. But the one goal Hernandez had was a big one. It came against North Texas on the road after North Texas took a late 2-1 lead. 20 seconds, not even, off the kickoff. They came down, and Hernandez found the back of the net. still the only 2 guys who have scored this season for Chattanooga. The 1 for Hernandez, and then now 5 for Greg Hurst. They look for Hernandez. The flag comes up. Recently turned 24 years old from Anaheim, California. Again, a nod to all the California guys brought in by Jimmy Obleda. A pass too heavy from Abinwa to Gomez, but Gomez gives a thumbs up. Good idea. First 5 minutes of the half gone, and Tormenta has had a couple of opportunities going forward. Relying again on Micheletto down that right side. Meyer and Rowe more centrally up top now. Push forward a bit higher, and Rowe will give chase. High pressure from Tormenta. Sliding in Micheletto. Chattanooga can settle. Jackson wisely just heads back to Hara. This Chattanooga side is only averaging 46% possession through the first 4 games of the season, but again today, for the first time, showing a different look. In control, 54% to 46 in favor of the Red Wolves. And on the flip side, it's a Tormenta team that they themselves like to possess. They haven't had much control, trying to get some bouts of possession now. Dealt with again well by Fala. To finish up that note, it's a Tormenta team that averages 55% possession. So that stat inverted today as the Red Wolves again try to settle in and continue to just control this half more. Got a 1-0 lead, and if they have the ball, Tormenta can't score. Though they're always the threat to play direct up through Hurst and get that second goal. Ricketts coming up the wing. Soto, haven't called his name a ton today. The captain this season for the team. Last year's captain, Beatty. We might see him at any point here in the second half. First time he's rostered on the 18. Quiet game, though, so far for Soto in the midfield. 31-year-old out of Fort Worth, Texas. Has spent some time in the MLS, Houston Dynamo, the now defunct Chivas USA. He's been a creator for Hurst this year as well, getting on the assist sheet. Ruiz now. Picks his head up into the box and headed out of the box by Skelton rising to meet it. Stefan Muller up the left side. They haven't tried this side a ton. This is really the first time we've really called Muller or Jamga's name as they try to attack that left side, but immediately they funnel it back over to the right. Jackson and Micheletto already combined once for a dangerous opportunity in this half, and there they are again on the right side. That's the dangerous side for Tormenta, but you're almost cutting the field in half. At this point, Chattanooga knows that's where the attack's coming from. They still haven't been able to stop it. Micheletto's still been getting his opportunities. They know it's coming. Here it comes again. Micheletto on Ruiz. And Ruiz does well to play it off of Micheletto and earn the goal kick. Las Vegas takes center stage August 25th when Lights FC takes on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B, both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC faced a must-win on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfold August 25th, 10 p.m., ESPN Deportes. Ramos, long, Hurst. Has Ruiz up the wing. Again, a natural midfielder and forward. Converted to left back. So always a threat when he pushes forward. Actually, tactically, a substitution late in the Greenville match put him back up top as they push forward to try to get the tie-in goal. And he had a shot at the final moment, right before the final whistle, that went over the bar, and he just hung his head up, looked at the sky, couldn't believe he missed it. But a threat to go forward as well on that left side for Chattanooga as they look to hold this lead and build upon it. They go again towards that side, but whistle blown by Clark, player down. Jamga holding the side of his head. Take another look at this one. See if we can see what happened here. And ooh, Hernandez came in. It looks like he got a shoulder to the head of Jamga. He's up and good to go. Going to be a drop ball here as Chattanooga resumes play from the back. Ramos received from Mangles. The two of them have something in common today. One save each on the two shots on target from Tormenta. Giveaway for Mangles. Micheletto inside, Meyer. Outside, Jamga, the shot across. Micheletto over the bar. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass from Jamga. Yielded that chance for Micheletto. That one might keep him up tonight. Well done in the attacking third from Tormenta. That was definitely a pass from Jamga in the end. Thought he might have been looking for goal. Picked out Micheletto, and it should be 1-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Tormenta FC. Entering number 19, Cato Botello Foz. Exiting number 9, Mikey Rowe.
That bit of action was the last for Mikey Rowe as he is lifted for Pato Botello Foz. Long ball Hernandez, Muller there. Attacking-minded substitution here for Tormenta. They lift Rowe and bring on the ever-dangerous Botello Foz. Had himself quite the 2018. Another substitution coming here for Chattanooga as well. Tanner Dietrich is making his way in, while Leffy checking out. Dietrich, the first ever loanee in the history of Chattanooga Red Wolves FC. Red Wolves SC brings him in from Nashville SC on the transfer market, excuse me, in the loan market, as they wanted to get their draft pick from last year some minutes. On the loan, could join the MLS side again at any time, but for now, a reinforcement for this Chattanooga side that they are very happy to have in the middle of that midfield. Jimmy Obleda called him a very, very welcome member to Chattanooga Red Wolves SC here in the quarter mark of the season. We were worried about whether he would come in and almost kind of acted like he would run the place coming from an MLS side, but he fit right in. The group loves him. Very humble, very selfless. Seamless transition from Nashville over to Chattanooga. Meyer leaves for Muller. Has a go. Blocked by Ramos. Dietrich comes in as a more of a holding midfielder for Chattanooga. circling back to what I was starting to say before the Dietrich substitution, Pato Boteo-Faz had himself quite the 2018, appeared 9 times for Corpus Christi in League 2 and scored 8 goals. And then in college, 18 goals, 6 assists as the Heartland Player of the Year at St. Mary's in Division 2. So between both competitions, St. Mary's and for Corpus Christi in League 2, 26 goals in 2018. Led him to be picked up by Lansing Ignite last year in League 1, had 7 goals and 3 assists for the now defunct Lansing side. A welcome addition to this Tormenta squad. From Monterrey, Mexico. Ian Micheletto. Very dangerous going forward for Tormenta now that they're out there together. Again, a few moments ago, Micheletto, a chance he probably wishes he had back that he sent over the bar. But he just continues to create chances down that right flank. They try, though, this time up the left flank. So Benoit looking back to the right side, and they'll funnel it over that way through Jackson. Against the grain, back to the left side now from Skelton to Muller. Dietrich, first chance here in some space to spring forward, finds Hurst. Seems like a couple more substitutions getting ready for Red Wolves SC on the bench area. Near interception. Now space for Soto. Flag stays down. Hernandez checked over the shoulder to make sure. Fakes out his defender, cuts in, plays in. Zacharias looking to turn. It's Ricketts in the box, one-on-one. Tries to bring it across, and a sliding Phelps sends it out for a corner kick. Ricketts looking to be selfless there. Might have been better suited to be selfish. Open, shot opportunity, but instead goes across. Had Hernandez there, had Hurst there, right idea. Phelps sees it out for the corner kick. Hernandez delivers it. Up in the air in front of goal. Battle towards the back post. Hara comes away with it. That ball seemed to hang up in the air for an eternity. Pato's first touch goes back to Gomez. 3 subs made already by Tormenta. 1 from Chattanooga. 4 left for the Red Wolves. 2 left for South Georgia. Micheletto takes it down as the sun goes behind a cloud. In the box around Ruiz. Still has it. Left-footed shot is blocked. You just get the sense that if Tormenta's going to draw level here, it's going to come from Micheletto. He continues to create opportunities down that right side. Early 15 minutes or so of the game, Ricky Ruiz was getting the better of that battle. But since then, it has been all Micheletto, creating chance after chance. Jimmy Obleda and the crowd not happy with a foul call here from Rashawn Clark. Pato takes himself. Micheletto there with him. Has it now. Even go attempt between Boteo-Faz and Micheletto goes astray. Foul there called against Muller, and Skelton was now called over by Clark. Seemed like Skelton had something to say to Clark, and our referee didn't take too kindly to it. Nips that in the bud. There's a talking to, no card. 2 yellow cards still out there on the field for Tormenta. Nicoletto and Phelps have them. Vignals had the third, but he has since been lifted for a sub. Fala, the lone yellow card so far for Chattanooga in what has been a physical game. 18 total fouls, 11 against Tormenta, 7 against Chattanooga. Jamga keeps it in. Working on Ramos. Some help now for Ramos. And Ricketts able to intercept with Hernandez. Zacharias looking to send Hernandez down to the corner. I haven't called Hurst's name in a bit. That could change in a split second. Hernandez was on the left side in the first half with Hurst on the right side. They have flip-flop with Hernandez here now again on the right side. Hurst, top side of your screen on the left side. They do try now through the left wing. Follow up forward for Ruiz. Hurst calling forward in space. Pass from Ruiz. Taken away by Jackson. From across the field, it looks like we are going to see the debut in 2020 of the team's captain, leading goal scorer last year, Stephen Beatty. Trio of substitutions actually looking to get set now for Chattanooga. Jamga into the box. Muller across. Sent away again by that back line for Chattanooga. They've been secure. Ronaldo Pineda, one of the players getting set to check in for Chattanooga. Being told he will be checking in for Ricardo Zacharias. And now we look over to the sideline. Travis Nicolau for Leo Fala. When the subs are coming in, we'll get another yellow card off the field. Chattanooga will take Fala off. Again, they thought about making the subs there. They waited. It'll come next dead ball. Here are the subs. As noted, Zacharias out, Pineda in for the first. We've confirmed Leo Fala checking out, Travis Nicolau checking in. And this one might disappoint fans a bit. Stephen Beatty will make his debut, but he's checking in for Hurst. I know the fans wanted to see those two together once again, but it'll have to wait at least until the next one. Hurst and Beatty swap for each other rather than joining forces up top. But there he is, taking the field for the first time this year to an ovation from the crowd. Captain, leading goal scorer, Stephen Beatty. Leading goal scorer from 2019, I should say, with 9 goals. Leading goal scorer right now. The man he comes in for, Greg Hurst, with 5, and his goal right now, the difference.
Substitution for Tormenta FC, number 21, Jad Arslan. And leaving the match, number 16, Devin Jamga.
Devin Jamga checks out. Jad Arslan checks in for Tormenta. Happy birthday to Jad Arslan today. Get some birthday minutes, at least 20 here before stoppage time. But a mass substitution in all. 3 for Chattanooga, 1 for Tormenta. 20 to go in regulation. Up the wing. Pineda's first action has Hernandez charging into the box with Beatty. Beatty, the shot saved by Hara. Oh, what a debut that would have been. Crowd the loudest it's been today, even maybe louder than the goal that was scored by Hurst in the first half. That attack sprung by a nice backheel flick by Beatty, and he almost finished it with a shot into the back of the net. The 2 subs, Pineda, Beatty syncing up. Full stretch from Hara to make that save. Larceny from the goalkeeper. And Beatty was that close to getting on the score sheet a minute into his 2020 debut. That would have been something. Ruiz sent in. Doyle skies it out for a goal kick. Hara grimacing a little bit. Hunched over. Took a little limping hop step there. He is in some pain.
Soccer fans, the official has indicated a hydration and safety.
And the hydration break comes a little bit early, and it comes at a good time for Tormenta. They can assess Pablo Hara right now. We've seen 4 substitutions from Tormenta. They have one more. They might have to keep that one available in case Hara can't continue. He's walking it off now. Seems to be fine, waved off the bench. We'll take a look now at the standings here in USL League One. Again, just one more reminder. We reminded you top of the broadcast at halftime, and now here as we draw it near the conclusion of this one. If this result holds, Chattanooga Red Wolves SC, 7th place. They would vault into a tie for 3rd with Union Omaha, pending Omaha's result tomorrow night on the road against North Texas. And South Georgia Tormenta FC, they've lost 3 straight. Unless this result changes, it'll be 4 straight as they now sit near the bottom of the table. Again, they had a chance themselves with a win to vault into a tie for 3rd, but it's looking tough for them. 20 minutes to find at least an equalizing goal, maybe earn a point out of this. Chattanooga, a chance to really assert themselves here in USL League One. Hara looks fine now. It's a great sign for Tormenta. Chilean goalkeeper has done his part to keep them in this one. 10 shots, 5 on target for Chattanooga. And Hara has come up now with 4 highlight reel saves, one of them a double save in rapid succession on Hurst and Zacharias near the end of the first half. So we wait the ready for play whistle after the hydration break. Looked fine on the goal kick, no grimace in the face. Pressure from Beatty. He looks fresh. Again, first minutes of 2020. Part of why Jimmy Obleda feels really good about where this team is right now. Again, confidence high after going toe-to-toe with first place Greenville. A loss, but a 1-0 loss that he felt should have been a win, and the team felt should have been a win. Now here they are, as the foul is committed by Hernandez, but here they are with a chance to add 3 more points to their total, move into a tie for 3rd place. And on top of all that, they're getting their 2019 leading scorer back into the fold. Arrow pointing way up right now for Chattanooga, as long as they can hold on here and keep these 3 points. As much as just pointing up for Chattanooga, pointing down for Tormenta. This result holds again. It'll be their 4th consecutive loss after a good start. Ara can't find the birthday boy, Arslan. Ricketts, no rush to get this one back in. As Chattanooga tries to see this one over the finish line, quarter hour remaining. Looked on by Beatty, nobody there. He was the furthest up the pitch. 11 shots to 9 for Chattanooga. Again, Tormenta came in with a league high in shots, but haven't been able to find the back of the net of late. Does that change here? Jackson into the box. Gomez there with him. Ball ping-pongs around off Doyle. Then sent up by Ruiz, further up by Beatty and out. Meyer dropping really deep and launches this one forward. Haven't seen him pull back that far today as one of the strikers in this Tormenta side. Immediately back up to where he's supposed to be, but drop deep there, sent a long ball in, nobody there. Chipped by Ramos. Sent back to him by Muller. Doyle gives it right back. Surging ball in. Pato slips. Had Micheletto with him. Still maintains possession. Micheletto. Ruiz tracking back on his left foot. Back to Pato. Off the post. Micheletto tries to keep it alive. Battling with Ruiz, who's shielding him off. Micheletto keeps it in. Pato taken down. Penalty awarded. Nick Law can't believe it. Tormenta a chance to draw level. Take another look at this one. Micheletto did well to keep it alive. Nick Law barrels over Pato. And a chance, some life for Tormenta. Hadn't seen many penalties through the first few weeks of USL League One. Last time Chattanooga had a home game, it was a 1-0 win, and it was a late penalty stop by Mangles that preserved that lead. Can Lightning strike twice? It was at this end of the field as well. That came against Tucson. Now Micheletto stands over it. 12 minutes to go in regulation. They just hit the post a moment ago. They've been around the goal. Can Micheletto get it in the goal? 1 goal this season for the Italian. The whistle from Clark. "1-1 in Chattanooga. Marco Micheletto levels it. A goal that you could say he's really deserved the way he's played today. He gets it. And we are knotted up once again. Mangles guessed the right way. Just missed getting a hand to it. Oh, so close. But Micheletto picked out the corner well. Another closer look. Just missed it. But Marco Micheletto has brought his team level. Brand new ball game. Just over 10 to go of the 90. This result would see these teams get a point each and stay in the middle of the table with 6 each. Now Jimmy Obleda wanted a card there against Micheletto. Keep in mind he already has a yellow. Rashawn Clark's going to go talk to him. So it looks like he'll get off with a warning here, but Micheletto has to be careful. Either team could come away with 3 points in the dying moments here. It would vault into a tie for 3rd place. Hara unsure what to do with it here, picks it up. will reset. Now remember, this game came down to the wire last time. It was a 91st minute equalizer from Danny Jackson to produce that 2-2 result. And now it's Tormenta on the front foot. Meyer coming forward, dispossessed by Doyle. Do we have more late fireworks in this one? Gomez. Nicoletto and Meyer. Meyer leaves for Nicoletto, back to Gomez again. Again, just about every dangerous attack down the right side for Tormenta. They go that way again. Nicoletto looking to keep it in, can't. Ball off the end board. He slides into it as well. Ricketts battling with Arslan, and he's whistled for the foul. Muller thought about playing quickly. Benoit comes in and does so. They attack again from the right side. Nearly intercepted by Doyle. Gomez can now turn and attack. Meyer looks to goal, shoots it! Unbelievable!
Tormenta FC goal number 7,
Luca Meyer!
Tormenta FC 2, Chattanooga 1.
Stuns Chattanooga. They're up 2-1. A few moments after the penalty. This one, oh my goodness, incredible. He had the space, well outside the box, laser beam, top corner. USL League One goal of the week, we'll see you later. High bar set for the rest of the matches this week after that one. This team looked like it was left for dead. Chattanooga controlling. 3-game losing streak for Tormenta was on its way to 4. And this game is turned on its head. They're up 2-1. Penalty from Nicoletto. That beauty from Luca Meyer. Chattanooga looking to get it right back. Remember, last time they went 2-1 down in the game was against North Texas on the road. They responded with a goal 20 seconds after that. Well, it's past the 20-second mark now, but they are a team that can respond well. We've seen it. And now you start taking a look at the scoreline and remembering the first time these two teams met. It was a 2-2 scoreline, 91st minute goal by Tormenta to equalize. Now it's Chattanooga looking for that late 2-2 equalizer. Card comes out of the pocket here from Clark. The lone yellow card previously for Chattanooga was awarded to Fala, who has since been lifted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been presented to Chattanooga's number 4, Jason Ramos.
Now it's Jason Ramos, the other center back, who goes in the book this time.
Foul vision.
Otto tried to find Nicoletto. Throw in here in the attacking third, and around the 75-minute mark, we saw Chattanooga in no hurry to take a throw in. Tormenta returning the favor here. And we will have a quick stoppage, though, I believe, for a substitution.
Chattanooga Red Wolf substitution. Entering number 6, Alexi Jaimez.
Alexi Jaimez checks in.
The match, number 22.
Connor Doyle checks out. Attacking-minded substitution for Chattanooga. Jaimez, an attacking midfielder slash winger. Doyle, more of a holding midfielder. A team that now is in search of a goal after being in control the first 3 quarters of this game. They'll have to defend a corner now. how quickly this game turned. We showed you the standings in that hydration break. Talking about how it's Chattanooga looking to vault into a tie for third. Now it's Tormenta in the driver's seat. Can they add to the lead and give themselves an insurance goal? Muller on the corner. Hesitates. Sends it. Back post. Mangles. Comes out to take it. They were looking at the back post for Skelton. Muller's delivery not there. Flicked on by Beatty. Pineda trying to run onto it. But Obinwa there. This would be massive for Tormenta to bust the 3-game losing streak. They had a point to prove this week. They were quiet through the first 75. And now, you know what? Point very close to being proven if they could see this one over the finish line. Dietrich finds Niklaw, who committed the foul that yielded the penalty kick, which Micheletto converted to tie it at 1. For the Meyer goal, gave them the 2-1 lead. And not enough adjectives to describe that Meyer goal. Taken down with the chest by Ricketts well. As Jaimes with him, keeps it though. Good slide tackle put in by Pato. Dropping deeper up the field, and Micheletto goes down now. Beatty helps up Micheletto. Dietrich wasn't happy with how easily Micheletto went down, but he's up. Throw coming in from Ruiz. Dietrich. Cross towards the back post. In the middle. Jaimes can't take it down. Still loose. Hernandez charging in. Headed away. Ramos. Weaving through a couple defenders, turns back to reset. Ruiz sends in the cross. Back post. Man goes down. Fans wanted a penalty. Chattanooga wanted a penalty. Instead, it'll just be a goal kick. Ricketts went down. He barreled into Hara, who's all right. Good ball towards the back post by Ruiz, and maybe Chattanooga had a gripe there. Larson coming back, looked like he clipped the heel of Ricketts at the back post, but no call. All 5 subs utilized for Chattanooga. The team out there, barring injury or a red card, will finish this. Tormenta still has one more. And they're using it here. Tristan DeLoach enters this match. The youngster for Tormenta as Micheletto checks out. His goal tied it. He's been tremendous all day for Tormenta. And he gets a break here at the end. .65 seconds left of the 90 for Tormenta to see this one into stoppage time at least. So we await word on what stoppage time will be. Jaimes. Turf Monster got him and Jackson. They both stumble. Forced to go back. They go forward once more. In towards Beatty. Cut out by Phelps and cleared. Beatty again making his 2020 debut. Team's leading scorer last year. Came in for this season's leading scorer in Greg Hurst. Nearly scored about 30 seconds into this debut. Tremendous save by Hara, who has had a tremendous game. and needs a lot of the credit for this victory if Tormenta can see this through. He has come up with big save after big save that kept this game 1-0 and gave Tormenta a chance. And the guys in front of him came through. We're at the 90th. 4 minutes awarded of stoppage time.
4 minutes of stoppage time.
I should say at least 4 of stoppage time. First half, 3 were given. We played about 4 and change. Hernandez does well to turn. Jaimez with him. He goes forward. Cuts to his left. Very tricky with the ball. Pineda taken down hard. And that's going to be a free kick. A red card. Straight red. Deloach can't believe it. And now a little scuffle breaking out. The youngster Deloach just checked into this one. Straight red card. Studs up challenge. Rashawn Clark has none of it. Got to take another look at that one. Two-footed studs up challenge in from Deloach. Careless. Red card immediately. And Dietrich got right in the face of Deloach. Very dangerous tackle. His appearance in this one very short-lived. Just subbed in moments ago for Micheletto, and as I said, it was at least 4 minutes of stoppage time. Surely going to get more now. Imagine at least an extra 90 seconds, if not two full minutes after the way we've seen this play out. Stoppage for the red card, now stoppage for the injury to Pineda, and he is really having trouble getting off the field. When we resume, it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area here for Chattanooga. And however much time this game has remaining of stoppage time, whether it's 4, 5, 6, depending on how much Rashawn Clark adds for this latest stoppage, they will do so with an extra man. Pineda is still trying to walk it off very gingerly. All 5 subs used for Chattanooga. They can't bring in anybody for him. So if he can't continue, it'll be 10 men against 10 men. Pineda is in serious pain. Free kick coming. Ruiz sends it in over the bar. It's going to be a total guessing game now as far as when Rashawn Clark blows the final whistle. Again, just glancing up at the clock when that play happened to when we resumed, it was about 2 minutes that came off the clock. Somewhere between a minute and a half and 2 minutes. So that 4 no longer likely the guiding point here as you watch. Hurst opened the scoring for Chattanooga. Micheletto penalty tied it. Meyer, incredible goal, gave Tormenta the lead. Pineda looks all right. Chips into Dietrich. In the box. Across. Back post. They couldn't get on the end of it. Beatty right there. That would have been something. Again, debuting this year. Here in this one, had a chance to tie it up. With the ball out for a goal kick, we want to remind you, on the road, can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and UEFA Champions League, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Again, past the 4 minutes now. Hara gets it back into play. Chattanooga has to commit everything forward now. Flicked on, up the wing, giving chase. Jaimez running on Jackson. And instead over there, it's Nicolau who keeps it alive. Rather, Ramos. And the flag was up. IMS came around, flag was up. Rambo seemed to be asking Clark to speed things up here as Hara bides his time. Hara still taking all the time, and now Clark's had enough. He'll go give Hara a yellow card. Again, at this point, no idea when that final whistle will blow. Had the red card, the injury, now this from Hara. Into the 6 minute of stoppage time. Again, initially 4 awarded. Hara still taking his time here. And Chattanooga find one more opportunity in this one. It was a 91st minute goal to equalize a 2-2 draw last time these teams met. Can we see the same thing happen here? Hara runs out to it, punches it, maintains possession. Beatty counting. Goalkeepers allowed 6 seconds. That rule seldom ever utilized. No sign of Clark blowing that whistle. Maybe one more opportunity for Chattanooga. Getting forward, Ramos sends it across, nobody there. It's gonna run all the way out for a goal kick. Flag was up anyway. We continue on at CHI Memorial Stadium. Final whistle. Seemed improbable around the 75-minute mark, but South Georgia Tormenta FC stuns Chattanooga on their home turf. Penalty from Marco Micheletto tied it up. Absolute stunner from Luca Meyer gave them the lead, and they never looked back.
Your final score, Tormenta FC 2.
That win vaults Tormenta into a tie for third. Again, Omaha has a couple games in hand on them, but for now, they have the 8 points and they are tied for third place. Crazy second half here at CHI Memorial Stadium. 2 goals, both for Tormenta. Great saves by Pablo Hara to keep them in it. Micheletto tied it. Luca Meyer gave them the lead, and they come away with the 2-1 victory. Back in a moment with the postgame show.
Even in a pandemic, ankles get sprained, ears get infected, falls happen. But in times like these, the thought of going to an urgent care can seem scarier than the injury itself. So we want you to know that we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe. This pandemic can stop a lot of things, but it can't stop us from being here for you. CHI Memorial Convenient Care.
Sunny 92.3, music that makes you feel good.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
James and Kim in the morning.
I don't wanna know who's taking you.
And the best variety of your today's Sunny 92.3.
Back here at CHI Memorial Stadium, Luca Meyer, the difference maker. Incredible goal. Gives South Georgia Tormenta FC the 2-1 victory over Chattanooga Red Wolves SC. We take a look now at the full-time highlights. How did we get here? With South Georgia coming away with a stunning victory. Back in the 26th minute, from Hernandez to Hurst to the back netting, it gave them the early lead. Hurst now tied for the Golden Boot race here in USL League One. Continues to just be absolutely on fire for this Red Wolves squad. Now, opportunities for South Georgia as well. This one, did it cross the line? Did it not? Not sure. The referees say no in the end. That's all that matters. But it was one of the many chances created all day by Marco Micheletto, one of which he would later himself convert. And that came here. Nick Law takes down Pato Boteo Faz. Micheletto perfectly tucks this one into the corner. Mangles had a beat on it, almost got a fingertip to it, but it's placed perfectly by Micheletto to knot this one up. And then just a few moments later, I'll let you just watch this one. Incredible from Luca Meyer. Not many words to describe that one. It's going to be in the running, at least setting the bar very high for USL League One goal of the week, maybe goal of the month. And a red card here towards the end. Deloach came in for a few moments, sent off here, straight red card, two-footed studs up challenge on Pineda. But Chattanooga unable to take advantage in the last 6 minutes and draw level. So that takes us now to the updated standings. Union Omaha has 3 games in hand on South Georgia, but they are tied on points. They play tomorrow night against North Texas. So after a great start for South Georgia, a 3-game losing streak followed. We'll see now if this one can vault them back onto a bit of a positive streak. Incredible, improbable late victory here on the road against Chattanooga. 2-1 scoreline, and now Chattanooga down in 9th, tied for 5 with 5 points. What a wild start to this Saturday of USL action. 12 more championship games on tap. 1 more USL League One game on tap. You can catch it all right here on ESPN Plus throughout the day, and a couple more tomorrow as well. Plenty of action. For all of my crew, I'm Joe Malfa signing off. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your soccer-filled Saturday here on ESPN Plus. 2-1, Tormenta wins it.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.